I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. Right now, you're right.
We okay? Okay, good. So this is going to be interactive. So you can see there's a little bit of Turkish. Now, this is literal Turkish, so forgive me if that's not exactly correct, but it gives you an idea. For those of you who, no, Tracy, look, Tracy, I know you speak perfect Turkish, but no, we'll see how we get on with that. But we're going to have a bit of fun. But before we do that, we're going to play the game. It's called the ABC game. Has anyone played the ABC game before? Does anyone know this game? No, it's a very simple game, and everyone's going to have an opportunity to take part. We're going to do it in about 5 minutes, so it's got to be quick. And it's very simple, and it works like this. I'm going to start with the letter A, and every answer you give me must begin with the letter A. My name is Adam. I come from America. I like to eat apples, and I live in the city of Aberdeen. Straightforward? Yes? And if you're not sure what I just said to you, here it is in Turkish. Got it? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose someone, and I'm going to give them a letter, and they have to answer these questions as fast as they can with the letter. And then I want the person who I've just asked to choose someone else on the screen. But let's do it quickly. Okay, so let me see who's going to start me off. Oh, good. Alexandros, you're looking like you're ready to go, my friend. Alexandros, the letter is B.
My name is Bob. I come from Bulgaria. I like to eat baklava, and I live in Bodrum.
Okay, next, pick someone randomly, quickly.
I pick Aydın Demir.
Okay, Aydın, off you go. The letter is C.
My name is Chris. I come from okay, which city? Oh, C, right? It was C. Yes. I come from okay, Çanakkale. Okay. I like to eat. Yeah, I like to eat. I like to eat what? Let's see.
Carrots, maybe.
Say again.
Carrots, cheese.
Yeah, cheese. Yeah, I
Okay.
like to eat. I live in Çanakkale again.
Okay. Choose someone quickly.
Yeah, I choose Nurbano. Your letter is
D.
D. Yes.
Who have you chosen?
Okay.
Nurbano.
My name is Dilek. I came from Denmark, and I like to eat dondurma. Okay, let's switch to English word. I like to eat oh my gosh, I don't know.
Dates.
What?
Dates.
Dates, okay. I live in Dubai.
Okay, choose one quickly, and the letter is E for that person.
Okay, let's pick Cemre, and the letter is K.
Okay, now the letter is E.
Oh, okay, E.
Cemre.
My name is Ebru. I come from Egypt. I like to eat egg, and I live in Edirne. And I choose, let me see.
Choose one of our guests.
Yeah, I can't see the name, so Tatiana.
Tatiana.
Tatiana, are you here?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
And you will start with F, Foxtrot.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. My name is Tatiana. I come from Ukraine. I like to eat vegetables and fruits, and I live in Kiev.
Try this again with the letter F. Everything starts with the letter F.
My name is Fiona.
Yep.
I come from Finland. I
Yep.
like to eat fruit and I live in fantastic city.
Very good. Right, let's Tracy. Tracy, hello, my friend. Are you there? The letter is G for you.
My name is Gomer. I am from the country Germany. I love to eat au gratin, and I live in Garibaldi.
Never heard of it. That sounds good to me. Annalise, the letter is H.
H. Hello. My name is H. What is anybody with Hassan? My name is Hassan. I come from Hungary, and I like to eat with an H. Any idea for me with an H?
Hamburger.
Ham.
Hamburger,
There
absolutely.
you go.
And I live in Hamburg.
There you go. Ashraf,
Yes.
the letter is L. L.
L. My name is Landy.
Yep.
I came from Lithuania.
Okay.
I like to eat
Lettuce.
lettuce. I live in Luxembourg.
Very good. Meltem Shine. Is that how you say
Yes.
it? The letter is M, please.
My name is Melta.
I made a mistake then, didn't I?
No, my name is Maria.
Oh.
I come from Maryland, or not country, Maldives.
Mexico.
I like to eat. I'd like to eat mangoes, and I live in Manhattan.
Very good. Now, I hope you look warmed up. For those of you who haven't had a chance to participate, you will come a little bit later when we do some table topics. But let's get on to the workshop and why we're doing all this. There we are. It's in Turkish. I'm sure you understand that. But it's dealing with fear and having fun at the same time. And what I'm going to show you is why are we doing? What is the problem with dealing with table topics? But why do we do it? Why do we do table topics? Well, it's fun. It's challenging. It can be a bit scary, but really interesting. Now, imagine that you've got, well, let's put it this way. Imagine that you've got a problem to deal with, and the big problem is you've got 1 to 2 minutes, and you think, what are we going to do? I don't know how many of you have met the international president, but just imagine you met the international president and you get into the lift with him or her, and you're really excited. You want to say something, and then your mind goes blank. Happens, right? Or imagine you're going to go for a job interview, and everything is going fine. You're answering all the questions, not a problem. And all of a sudden, the interviewer asks you what looks like a very simple question, and then your mind goes blank. How many of you have had this sort of situation happen to you? Sometimes, yeah. Well, this is why we practice table topics, is to help us to avoid those type of problems. Jerem, I'm sorry I'm keeping you awake, but we'll get you active in a moment. But there are many positives with doing table topics, but what's the problem? I mean, how many people go, oh, don't ask me to answer a question? We have many people who do this. The issue is, it's fear. It's the biggest barrier to overcome. But it's more than that. It's not just fear. It's fear of the unknown. And I believe it's not the fear of the unknown that really scares us. is what we think. The unknown is what scares us. And if you didn't grasp what I just said in English, here it is in Turkish. It's that fear of what we think is the unknown that really scares us. And how many times have you seen this situation? When we hear a question, many times we do this. We tend to put the brake on. We tend to freeze and we don't hear the question properly. And for many people, table topics is like this. It's like the long walk. Oh no. Oh, don't. Ah! But then how can we answer a question when we are fearful and we feel that we can't do anything? Well, I've got some tips for you, and that's why you're here, right? Here's some tips. Very simple things to do. And here's tip number 1. Whenever you hear a question, first of all, make sure you listen to that question. Then pause, and you can do this if you like. Do the thinker. Think about the question and then answer. Far too many people jump in and they try to answer the question far too quickly. Listen. Do you really understand what the question is? Did you hear it correctly? Some people are on their mobiles, they're thinking about other things, and then they're thinking about something else, and then they don't hear the question properly. I can see someone's already thinking about something else. Concentrate. What is the question? And do not be afraid to ask the person who's asking you the question to repeat the question. Excuse me, would you mind repeating the question? I didn't hear it properly, or I didn't understand it properly, but pause. Even if you're doing table topics in a competition, ask them to stop, to repeat. There's nothing in the rules say that they cannot do that, or you can't ask them. Make sure you understand the question. Then, and this is the really important bit, take your time. Take a big breath in. Think about it. Buy yourself some time. And then answer the question, and then speak. Far too many people try to answer the question far too quickly. You see here what I'm doing, I'm stopping. You don't stop for minutes, you stop for 2-3 seconds. And that's all you really need, is to take a deep breath in, listen, pause, think, then speak. Number 2, here's another sign of nerves. And many of us do this. It's the ums and ers. Now, I have no idea how you say this in Turkish, but you probably do the same thing. Yeah. How many people do this? And again, it's because they are trying to answer the question far too quickly. The answer to that question is, now if you think this is simple, it is. The trouble is we make table topics to be harder than it really is. Pause. Now, how many of you are good at singing? Any of you good at singing? All bad at singing? Okay, can you open your mics, because we're all going to sing. It's called the ums and ahs game. Here, listen to this. Ums and ahs and ums. You won't get far if you and ah. Okay, so I'd like you all to repeat this with me out loud. So open your microphones. I'll do it slowly and you repeat it with me. Ums and ahs
M's and R's.
And R's and arms.
And R's and R's.
You won't get far if you and are.
You won't get far if you and R.
Okay, let's try again quickly. Ums and R's and R's and ums. You won't get far if you and are.
Ums and R's and R's and ums. You won't get far if you
I know. But you remember this now. And it's true. When you just pause. Say nothing. You won't get far if you and are, in no matter what language you're doing it in. Tip number 3. So we talked about fear. And if it's the fear of the unknown that scares us, so what can we do to reduce that fear? And again, here it is. I hope this is correct in Turkish. I'm going to give you an answer. When you read this answer, it changed my life. It looks a very simple statement, which I'm going to give you. And it's this. You can always answer a question, even if you do not know the answer. Here it is in Turkish, just to make sure that you've got that. You can always answer a question, even if you do not know the answer. Think about it. When I realized that it doesn't matter what question someone asks me, I can always answer. And it doesn't have to be the way that the person has asked you the question. You can answer the reverse of the question. For example, and I'm sure that we have some physicists and mathematicians in the room here. If I asked you to explain E equals mc squared, maybe some people in the audience here will be able to do that, but maybe some of you won't. So how could you answer this question? Here, I'll give you an example. Well, the problem is it's Tracy. Wherever Tracy's gone, has Tracy left the room? Ah, see, troublemaker. See, this person seems to be a very nice, good person, but in reality, troublemaker. And when we were at school and we were studying E equals mc squared, Tracy would always cause trouble. And that's why he would throw things around the classroom. He was a bully. He was intimidating to the teachers. And that's why we never learned properly that E equals energy, which is equal to m, which is mass, multiplied by the speed of light times 2. And this is the answer I would have liked to have given, but Tracy caused the problem. Now that is a made-up answer, but it shows that you do not have to answer the question. You answer it how you want to answer it, and it doesn't have to be a positive answer. You can give a negative answer. It's an answer. And that's why I say you can always, always, always answer a question. Doesn't matter what the question happens to be. So when Ashraf, when you say to me, you're scared of table topics, no, you're not. No, you're not. I've given you the power now. You know how to answer this question. Everyone knows how to answer the question, and everyone will answer it in their own way. So let's take another thing to help you. When you answer any question, I'm going to give you 6 honest serving men. You might have heard of Rudyard Kipling, the writer who wrote Jungle Book. You know the film Jungle Book? You probably know about that. So he had 6 honest serving men, and he wrote this poem, which has guided me in being able to answer any question. And it says, I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names were what, and when, and why, where, how, and who. Now, I didn't translate these words into Turkish, but you have the same words as we do. And you can say, what does this question mean? When did the action happen? Why did it happen? Where did it happen? How did it happen? And who might be able to help me answer the question? These 6 words can answer any question that anyone asks you, because all you have to do is think about these 6 words. So translate them into Turkish or French or whatever language you want to translate them into. But these are the words that will help you to answer any question that is ever asked to you. So just to conclude, and we're going to do some real life table topics now where you can practice answering these questions. So remember this, it's not the fear of the unknown that scares us. It's what we think in our minds that scares us. And if you would listen carefully to the question, pause before you answer, give yourself time to think, and then speak, you will then be able to answer any question, because you know you can answer the question. And if you use those 6 words of who, what, why, how, and when, and how, you've got anything, you can answer any question. Okay, now I'm ready. Are you ready? Okay, all right, let's undo your microphones. Let's say it together. I'm ready, let's do this.
I'm ready.
Ready, let's do this.
Okay,
Let's do it.
right, off we go. So I've got, you are going to all, you have a role to play. You are all reporters on the television. Whichever, what is a television station in wherever you are? What's the name of a television station? Whatever it happens to be, you are reporters and you have your microphones. There you go. You have your microphones. So can you pick up your microphones now? And if you haven't got a microphone, there's your microphone. Just make sure that you've got a microphone. Okay. And we're going to have some fun with this, but you're going to play a reporter. So Ashraf, please undo this, because you're going to be firing on all cylinders in a minute. I'm going to show you some pictures. And next to the picture, you will see some words. You can use the words if you want to, or you can just look at the picture. But I want you to report as if you were in this location and that you are describing what you see in the picture. Is that understood by everyone? Okay, right. Let's see if I can, who's going to be my first person to have a go at doing this? Person, is that how I say your name?
Yes, that is correct.
Person, right, here we go. We are in the Netherlands and you are on site and this is what you see. Can you please, person, tell us what's happening in this place? Over to you now. Reporting live from our site, we have person.
Hello, this is Person reporting live from the Netherlands. Unfortunately, a couple of passengers got stuck on the way while their train caught on tail of a whale. We know that these circumstances are rather unexpected, but these things happen in the Netherlands. The passengers are pretty furious about what happened, but they're expecting that the situation will be resolved as soon as possible and they can get back to their trips, going to Germany from the Netherlands.
Thank you very much. I'm hearing from Nesilan. Nesilan, is that how you say your name? Nesilan? Have I got the right name?
Neslihan.
Neslihan. Neslihan.
Yes.
Neslihan.
It is Neslihan.
Reporting from Canada. Please tell us what's happened here in this picture.
Yeah. Hello, I'm reporting from Canada. There is a unexpected incident happened at Canada. A bear enters a house and starts playing the piano, which is surprised, which is make people pretty much surprised, and people wondering about the bear's psychology. And
Any idea what music the bear is playing?
according to people say the bear was playing the Mozart.
Mozart. Oh, I was thinking they were playing the bare necessities, but Never mind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now,
Welcome.
we go to Turkey, and we have our famous reporter Hassan. Hassan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Hassan. We've heard at the university that this is causing a lot of problems from the philosophy department. Can you explain what's going on here, please?
Wow. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm reporting from the biggest university of Istanbul.
There you go.
So today's debate was one of the most challenging ones, and no one had the answer. As you remember, when we started with the COVID times, everyone was buying so many toilet papers in their homes, and now it's the time to decide how you are going to place those toilet papers. You don't think that it's just a simple question, but many families are started in divorcing just because of not answering the right one. Please follow me. So see you next time.
Thank you so much. It will be interesting to know which way we do it. Well, that will have to be another time. Now we're going to. I'm hearing from our reporter in the south of France, Annelise, who's on the line from Marseille, I believe. Marseille, Annelise, what is happening in Marseille, please?
I was about to speak in French, of course.
Bien sûr.
So what happened? The bus drivers are on strike.
Yes.
Because of tight trousers. Can you believe it? So apparently we expect them to wear these tight trousers. They are not comfortable at all. You know, they cannot move. They have to stay straight all day long. They cannot accomplish their job anymore. So they have decided to go further and to strike for their right. So let's see what happened next.
Yes, it should be an interesting experience. And now we're heading over to India to speak to our reporter on the ground, Tuana. Tuana, are you there? Hello, Tuana. So, Tuana, what is happening here in India, please?
Hello, this is Tuana reporting from India. An unbelievable incident happened in India. A curious leopard entered a school classroom. Can you believe it? I'm getting curious. Which class did this leopard wanted to learn? Everybody is curious about it here.
Maybe table topics. They were scared. Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? Thank you so much. And now we're heading to the United Kingdom, and our guest speaker Hannah has been speaking to some poor unfortunates who've experienced this. What happened there, Hannah?
Master table topics, Master, and welcome visitors. This is Hannah speaking. Actually, I'm from down south. I'm from Namibia. Welcome to your holiday home in Help. Where have you been all your holiday? I have tried to find you because there was a thunderstorm and a hailstorm and your house got damaged. Now, why have you not answered your cell phone? Or have you enjoyed your holiday that much? This is going to be in the newspaper tomorrow morning. So you better hurry home to see what happened to your house before everybody comes and ransacks us. Thank you very much. I hear from you.
Thank you so much indeed. Oh, and now we're going down to Australia where Melton, are you there? Melton? The other one with Melton with D109.
Melton, hi.
Yeah, are you there? Oh, she's run away. Oh, I think we have another reporter instead standing by. I believe we've got Nurbanu. Nurbanu, are you there?
Yep.
Okay, can you tell us what on earth is happening in Australia, please?
Good evening, everyone. Today we have a surprising accident from Australia. I would like to share with this new event on the which happened on the motorway. The police accused the chairwheel users of being drunk. They are not able to proceed on the way of the motorway because of their, high consumption of the alcohol, and police couldn't decide in which punishment they should apply for these people, because they just ruined their more than one rules. So we will see what will be happen in the next days, and which results will be announced about this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for everyone for taking part. We've got a couple more minutes, and I'm going to stop this. But I'm going to open the microphones. If you've got any questions about the little workshop I've just run for you, any queries or questions about table topics, anything you want to ask, then let's have a couple of minutes doing that. So put your hand up if you want to ask a question. And if you don't want to ask a question, that's fine too. I won't force you. Any questions about doing table topics? Has this been useful? Yes, Nelson, looks like you've got something you want to say.
Thank you, dear Pedro. Yeah, it was very useful, and it was very fun to experience a live workshop by practicing what you said. Yeah, I really like it. It's very difficult for me to answer your questions. I mean, it's very hard to, look at the picture and try to understand what's going on there and to make the sentences accordingly.
Everyone, you have done fantastic. Everyone, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to try and I speak French with Annalise, and she's always saying, "No, not like that. No, not like that." So I understand it's tough.
Hi.
See, look at her. She's saying so innocent, but this is why we practice, is to put ourselves into situations where we're not familiar with the type of material, but you give yourself time and they're able to answer. And the more you try, the better you become. So last night I was doing table topics in Portuguese, which is another language. Is really difficult to do. But you keep doing it, you fall over, get up and try again, and have fun with everything that you try to do. Because when you can have fun, you're more relaxed. And the more relaxed you are, the easier it is to answer. So that when you have to do the serious type of speeches and answering questions, you've had the practice. So it becomes easier. That's why I do it fun first, so that you take the fear away, know that you can answer the question, off you go, right? So I asked you at the beginning, who was afraid of doing table topics, and a few of you put your hands. Are you still afraid? You still afraid? No, I don't think you are. Well, if you are, then you have to come back and do this again, because the more we do it, and the more you believe in what I've been saying, that you can always answer any question. Doesn't matter who answers the questions. You can always answer a question. Might not be a great answer, but you can always answer. And that is the important thing, knowing that you don't have to be in that situation where your mind goes blank, or you reduce the amount of times that happens to you, because it happens to me too. I sometimes forget what I'm trying to think about, and now I'm telling you, no, stop, breathe, take your time, answer, right? And the more we do this, then the better. And that happens in Turkish, as it happens in any language. Just take the time, and then you'll get better and you get faster at doing this. Okay, any other queries, questions? And yes, Annalise, I was going to do this in French at some point.
I have heard about different techniques, like answering past, present, and future, or 1, 2, 3, or things like that, pro and cons as well. What do you think about that, Pedro?
Absolutely, anything like that. I like to use a technique which I say it's called PrEP, P-R-E-P, where you start off with an idea, and then you give a reason for the idea, then you have an example to support the idea, and then you go back to what you said at the beginning, the preparation. So this is what I think, this is why, here's some examples why I think this, here are some examples, and then back to the beginning. A simple technique like that. And then you'll go, oh, okay, simple. The trouble is people start talking and then they're not quite sure where they're going. So it's take your time, answer the question. Take your time, think about it, and then answer, right? Not jumping in. Any other queries? Otherwise, I will hand back to Madam President. Nope, back to you, Madam President. And thank you for inviting me. And I'd like to open an invitation. If you would like to come and visit us and experience French, you're more than welcome. We have meetings which are bilingual, so at least someone will speak French, but if you speak French and you want to practice French, then you come to the French meeting. If you speak English and just want to experience a bilingual club, then come and visit us. We meet on Mondays, and I think Annalise will put the details in the chat that you can come along anytime you like. Or if you speak Spanish, you can come and join me in Sardinero. And I've had Chemry has been to visit us before. You were all more than welcome to come along and say hello to us. And you can practice some Spanish or practice English. Again, bilingual club. Okay.